Orleans resident Candy Chang was saddened by the desolation in her neighborhood. Countless decaying, abandoned storefronts and houses existed in highly populated residential areas. Storefronts kept opening, nail salon after nail salon, never a youth learning center or produce store that the people needed and wanted. Dismayed, Chang came up with a creative response, the I Wish This Was sticker project. She printed off thousands of fill-in-the-blank stickers that look like "Hello, my name is" stickers, except instead of reading "Hello, my name is," they read "I wish this was." And she left them everywhere that she could leave them, in boxes in coffee houses, bars, and on the sidewalk, providing the residents of her New Orleans neighborhood an easy and inexpensive way to publicly stand up for what represented their needs. Instantly, people started filling them out and placing them on the dilapidated buildings. Some were funny and read unrealistic things like "I wish this was Brad Pitt's house." But most asked for that beneficial youth learning center or produce store that was not previously in their neighborhoods. The stickers prompted similar campaigns across the globe, and even caught the eye of the queen of communication herself, Oprah, who referred to the stickers in her September 15, 2010 O magazine as a project that combines installation art with social activism, encouraging people to engage with public space to allow their voices to be heard. But the way that the stickers attempt to insert community members' voices into city planning warrants our question. How are the I Wish This Was stickers used as tools to negotiate community identity? To answer this question, we'll use the lens provided by Kristen Lee Moss in her article, The Art of Philadelphia Murals, Sites of Identity Negotiation and Cultural Connection, found in the Western Journal of Communication from July 2010. This model is appropriate for our analysis because it examines the way that public works of self-representation represent the people. First, we will articulate Moss's theory, then apply it to the I Wish This Was sticker campaign, before finally drawing rhetorical implications. Moss's article views the production and display of public works of self-representation as vehicles for individuals to wrestle with creating ice in the ice box, for individuals to wrestle with creating their own identity. She notes 3 tenets necessary to observe this production, this creation. First, production. Second, visual depiction. And third, audience reception. The first tenet is production. This is interested in the relationship between the creators and subjects of work. Moss questions the idea that a public work of self-representation, be it a message, billboard, painting, or mural created for the community, actually represents the community. She argues that works can just as easily not represent a group of people if only certain people are involved in the creation. To evaluate production, we need to understand not only who created the work, but who could not contribute to it. The second tenet is visual depiction. Moss views these public works of self-representation as cultural projections that allow people to decide how they want to be viewed. An example of this can be found in Philadelphia, with a mural of an African-American man wearing a suit and holding a book, depicting that he is educated and fighting the offensive, harmful stereotype that African-American men are uneducated and violent. This works because people are aware that these messages are resistant. And the final tenet is audience reception, that people inside and outside of the community should be engaged. Cultural insiders, or people who are involved with the production and who are the ones represented, can see aspects of themselves directly, and the degree to which this is true depends on the shared experiences. And outsiders are invited to consider the figures in novel ways. Moss claims that the more people who come into contact with a work, the more resistance there is against offensive stereotypes. And this works because it broadens outsiders' minds about a group of people, effectively teaching them. Now that we understand the 3 tenets, we can apply it to the I Wish This Was sticker project. The first tenet is production. And when we evaluate production, we have to understand not only who posts the stickers, but who cannot. Determining who actually writes on a sticker and puts it on a building is difficult because the stickers are placed in boxes randomly around the city, meaning they are anonymously available to anyone who happens to be walking by. We can assume that the creators are likely to be concerned neighborhood residents. And in terms of allowing all voices equal weight, the stickers leave very few people out, because they are available to anyone, regardless of moral creed, age, race, religion, or educational status. The second tenet is visual depiction, and the stickers are a deliberate attempt to give people a voice in the future of the city of New Orleans. In the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina, residents were not only physically displaced, but also socially displaced. Businesses began moving in with little input from the residents about who they were and what their needs were. The stickers allow the residents to voice not only who they are and what their needs are, but what they expect out of the future of their community. And the final tenet is audience reception, that people inside and outside the community are engaged by the stickers. On an insider level, people can see the community connection and identity. While many stickers are vague and ask for anything that should be in any neighborhood, others are incredibly specific to the area that they come from. For example, one sticker reads, "I wish this was Kiona and Kaylin Seafood Place." Only people who are from this area can make absolute sense of this sticker. Maybe Kiona and Kaylin own a seafood store somewhere else and want to move, or maybe they have a dream of opening one someday, but this provides the insider effect that Moss was talking about. On an outsider level, the Forbes magazine of November 11th, 2011 praises New Orleans as this startup city under entrepreneurial boom. Business owners are encouraged by the amounts of stores and services that are entering New Orleans, especially in the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina. However, the stickers draw attention to this lack of basic things like grocery stores and parks, questioning this outside perspective on how healthy the community really is, and effectively teaching outsiders that they might be wrong. With our model in place, we can return to answering our research question. How are the "I wish this was" stickers used as tools to negotiate community identity? Our answer is that they are used as tools of resistance that question the idea that a monolithic community identity even exists. Two common points have arrived in our analysis. At first, the stickers represent the nature of community better than more permanent forms of art do. And at second, while they represent community, they also help redefine it. But the first implication is that the stickers represent the very nature of community better than other forms of messaging do. Stickers are cheap, mass-produced, impermanent paper. This may prompt initial disregard for their significance, but actually, this characterizes a community. Stickers are impermanent. They're layered over each other, peeled down, wash off in rain, and fade in the sun. And similarly, communities are constantly evolving and changing as people enter, interact, and leave, making a stable, long-term definition of a group of people very hard to find. And the second implication is that while the stickers do represent community, they also help redefine it. We now know from the second tenet, visual depiction, that community is not just about people. The buildings, the spaces in which these stickers are put on, also have ideology and meaning. But we know from the first tenet, production, that people can transform the environments in which they live to represent who they are. The stickers reveal this intent. So today, we have heard about Candy Chang's "I wish this was" sticker project, learned about Moss's model, applied it, and drew rhetorical implications. We now know that a group of people can transform the oppressive environments in which they live into a work of protest and resistance. And the stickers have such power that they can bring representation to people who might not have had any. And that's the first step to encouraging a produce store, or Brad Pitt, to move to this part of New Orleans.